Hi, it's Stacey Myers here, and in this video we're going to have a look at the different scheduling tool options. I'm going to show you 3 different tools. 2 of them you've probably heard of before. 1 of them you may not have heard of, but I like quite a bit. They have different functionalities and also they have different pricing options. So we'll go through and have a look at the ones that you might want to get started with. So let's start with HootSuite. So HootSuite's definitely one that you've probably heard of. So there is a free version of it, and then there's also one that you pay $9.99 a month for. You can get your 30-day free trial of that as well. So you can start to have a look at what it is that HootSuite offers. Now, if we compare the free version to the pro version, you can have a look there. This is kind of basic. This is a lot more advanced. Now, the thing that I really like about HootSuite, the paid version, is that you can bulk upload. So if you have the free version, you have to go in and individually post every single tweet or that you want to go out. And so you go in, you type it up and schedule it out. Whereas with the paid version, what you can do is they have a bulk upload. And so what happens with that is you can create an Excel spreadsheet, you can put any number of tweets in, and then you can just simply upload that file into HootSuite and it goes out and then posts out at the scheduled times that you want it to. So that's a massive benefit of having the pro version over the free version. So let's have a look at the dashboard. So this is it. I don't actually use HootSuite myself. I did for a really long time, but I don't at the moment. So if I want to schedule a tweet out, basically I just come up here and I compose it. So I found a website with some quote images, so we'll just grab one of those. If I come back here, I pop it in, then I have some choices. So I can add a link if I want to. I can add some media, I can schedule, I can add a location, I can do some targeting options, and these are your privacy settings. So basically, if I want to add some media, I can just drag or drop it in here. So I can open my file and find something I want to go with my quote. So I'm just going to use this one for now. So I can just drag that into here. And then it's going to show me the image that it's going to use when it goes out, once that finishes uploading. So then I can auto schedule, or I can pick a time I want it to go. So if I click on my scheduling options here, auto schedule basically is the HootSuite can decide what time it thinks is the best time for you to have this tweet go out based on how many people are in your audience, when they're on, like the most interaction you've got from other tweets. So you can leave that on and it will auto pick a time for you. Or if I don't want to do that, I can say, well, actually, I want this to go out on the 23rd of May and pick the times that I want it to go out as well. And then I just simply click on schedule and that will be scheduled. And then here you can add a location if you want to do that. So this then has now added my location, and now I've just turning that off. Then you've got targeting options. So I can target by country, various things in there. And so that's pretty much as easy as it is. And then you just click on schedule. And then you'll see here it's scheduled. So if I want to, I can view in my calendar, I can edit, I can delete that from here. Now, if you look, to put this out into the day and week, you need to be doing the pro version. But what's good also about that, if I have a calendar view, then what I can do is I can drag and drop my post around. So if I think actually 7:30 isn't when I want it to go, I want it to go out a bit later, then I can simply drag and drop it. So this is pretty much HootSuite. And then this is like the bulk message upload. So what you do in here is then you just upload that Excel document if that's the system that you choose to use. Now, another one that I really like is Buffer. Now, it really is personal preference as to which system you're going to use. Now let's have a look at the plans for this one. So this is, you have a free plan again, and then you have a $10 a month one. Now, if we have a look at the differences between the free version and the paid version for this, so you can add 10 social profiles. So with the free version, you can add one profile of each, like one Twitter, one Facebook, one LinkedIn, and you can have 10 posts for each profile there, ready, scheduled to go out. And then if you want to pay the $10 a month, you can add up to 10 social profiles, up to 100 posts in your buffer. You can pick whichever schedule you want to go out, and you can add some RSS feeds. So if you have blogs that you follow, you can add their RSS feed here, and then you can automatically tweet out their content. It's something you can do. So let's have a look at the buffer interface. So this is kind of what it looks like. So this is my Twitter. I haven't put any in for today. And then both of these have like a little Chrome extension. So it doesn't matter where I am on the web. If I just say I'm here and I want to actually tweet this out. So this is the buffer one, but there's also a Hootlet one, it's called. And so this automatically opens this on top of my page. So then here it pulls the tweet in. I can say, well, actually, I'd like that image to go out. And then up here, you can pick which accounts you want it to go into. So I'm saying I want this to schedule out into my Twitter account. And so then I can just add it to the queue, or I can add Facebook and add something that I want to there as well. So then I just click on Add to Queue. And if you want to, there's the power scheduler, which you can pick specific days that you want it to go out. Now, if you have a look, this one over here that I just added is now here ready to go out. So it will then go out at 1:56 p.m. That will get posted out. And so in here, you've got your analytics. So you can see what your posts are, like how many, the reach and everything they had. In here you can also schedule. So Mondays you might want it like this. Tuesday you can change it. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday you can change it. And they also have an optimal timing tool. Now this does also offer a bulk upload feature. Now just to be clear, this is not owned by Buffer. This is another company that's put together like LinkedIn with Buffer and created a bulk upload for it. And so you can bulk upload into your Buffer account, but it's not like part of Buffer, but it works just fine. So you kind of have a look at which one of those you like the best. I think each one has various things. Like the thing I like about this is that when you get them bulk uploaded, you can move them around quite easily as into what time you want them. With this one, I mainly use Buffer to post out other people's content. And so if I'm blog posts and things that I want to share out, and that's why it's not always filled up. If I find something I like, I just stick it in here so it can get posted out. Now the other one I want to show you, now this is a lot more expensive compared to the other ones, but depending on where you are in your business, then this could be a viable option. So there's an individual one which is $15 a month. Now honestly, I wouldn't pay the $15 a month for this. If you were going to pay money, I'd be getting HootSuite or I'd be getting Buffer, because for what you get in here, you can get in the other ones just as well for free and just for $10 a month. Now, what I would like, if you have the money to spend, this is a really good option. Now, the difference between this one and the other ones, and you may have heard of Edgar, which does a similar thing, but I'm not a fan of Edgar, is that I only, like with Buffer and Hootsuite, you have to upload your bulk upload every single time. So just say I upload 50 tweets. When those 50 tweets have finished, then I need to re-upload them again. Whereas with this, they just continuously go out. So this is the option that I use. Now, I do use this and Buffer. Sometimes I pay for Buffer, sometimes I don't. It depends how many tweets I have ready to go out. Now, I'll show you what it looks like. So I set up a queue. So with the version I have, that $40 one, I can put in up to 15 queues. And basically, a queue is, if you've watched the video on the content buckets, that's pretty much what I use these for. So these are this is like the tweets that I had go out for my Twitter marketing plan, which is a free webinar call that I did. And so basically I add all of the tweets in here, and then I can have it on or off. Like I've just finished that webinar, so I have this turned off for now. But what happens is it goes through and it posts. And then when it gets down to the last one, it goes back up and starts posting them out again. Now, the amount of time this saves is absolutely ridiculous. But it's definitely not an option I did when I was first starting out. I used HootSuite, I used Buffer, until I was starting to see results from my social media efforts. So I want to show you this one just purely for the amount of time that it can save you. I'll be honest, their analytics is not the best. I mostly just use the Twitter analytics built into Twitter. This does not, I'm not recommending it for its analytics by any means. And so then you'll see, like I have other ones. So these are my free offers. These are image quotes that go out. So I have 49 here, and then as I add more, then it just keeps rotating them round and round and round. So this is, like I said, this is a really great option, but it is a lot more expensive per month than HootSuite or Buffer. So it really depends what you're up to, but you can have a look, and if you have any questions about these, then feel free to ask me and I can go into any more detail about that with you.